and welcome. This is Chloe with Cousin DIY. Today I'm going to show you how to make this fluffy monster slime. I'm going to get set up and I'll be right back so we can get started. For starters, we're using a plastic mason jar, which is great to use with children because it won't break. And we're using this to store part of our slime. We're going to decorate it. I did paint the lid black because I wanted it to blend in with the rest of the decorated mason jar. Next, we're going to decorate our mason jar. And attached to the instructions is a printable page that has eyes, nose, and a mouth. Now you can come up with your own design. That might be more fun for you. And we're using a piece of our black self-adhesive felt. This is a small remnant piece. What I'm going to do is trace these on the back side of the felt. Now I'm going to remove the adhesive backing on the felt, and I'm going to make my face. I want to make them a little kooky, so. This time I think I'll put his nose this way. Don't know why I'm saying he, him. Could be a she. There you go. That's what we have so far. Next, I'm using the largest self-adhesive wiggle eye in our assorted wiggle eyes. These have this self-adhesive backing, which is a nice feature, and they fit nicely right inside the little crescents of these eyes. There we go. So we have the lid and the face. Next, we're going to make the slime. Next, we make our slime. First, this is going to be a batch that's larger than what will fit into this, I believe this is a pint size mason jar. We bought ours online and multiples, so you can always store the extra either in a Ziploc baggie or whatever, because that will work too. So we want to, these are 2 4-ounce bottles, so a total of 8 ounces of white spool glue. And we want to try to get all of the glue we can out of these bottles. As you can see, when you get to the end, it dribbles out slowly. So I'm just going to set these in these little cupettes that we sell to let the excess pour out so I can incorporate that in a minute here. Next, we're going to add 4 cups of shaving cream, and we're using, today I'm using sensitive. I couldn't find unscented. You're probably going to want unscented or sensitive because regular shaving cream has a really strong odor. It can be a bit overwhelming. But you want to squirt it in so you're sure there's no void spots. You want to make sure you got a full 4 cups. At the end of this, fortunately, I have another can. Poke that down. Looks like meringue now. I'm gonna poke that down. I want to make sure we have a full 4 cups. Just a little more. I think that is 4 cups. 1 more for fill up that little void there. Then we're going to stir that in to our glue. I'm using a silicone spatula so I can make sure I get as much of the shaving cream as I can out of the measuring cup. Stir. Now we'll see if there's any extra we can add from our bottles. Not much, but a little bit. Now it's still coming out of this one. Stir that all together. I'm going to attempt to make purple today, so at this point I'm going to add equal drops of red and blue food coloring. So I'm going to start with 2 drops of red, 2 drops of blue, stir that in. Kind of like lavender, so let's do a few more drops. Next, we're going to add a tablespoon of contact lens solution. For starters, we'll be adding more as we finish this up. One tablespoon for starters. And you'll see the reaction, it starts to change the consistency. It starts falling away from the sides. Next, we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. That'll really make a difference. We'll add 1 more tablespoon of contact lens solution. course, the goal is to get this to a consistency where you can play with it, but it's not sticky. It's starting to fall away from the sides better. Still need some more. So at this point, I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to start squirting contact lens solution in there and blending it in. Until it all falls away from the sides. It's getting there. Needs a little more. I think the next step will be the Google eyes. We want to roll this in some wiggle eyes. And I have prepared, where did I put them? Some wiggle eyes right over here. What I did was in our self-adhesive assortment of wiggle eyes, there's 3 or 4 different sizes, and I removed the adhesive backing and I attached the same size back to back so you could see the eye no matter what angle it ends up in slime. So I'm going to try rolling the slime in the wiggle eyes. I just want to check that it's still a good consistency. Now I'm going to add just a little more contact lens solution. Okay. Now, I'm going to dump my wiggle eyes that I have attached back to back. And the key will be, oh, some of them fell apart. Oh well. Let me get those out of there. I'm also going to add some e-beads, and I think I'm going to use these. I'm going to just roll the slime. Like so. Now, of course, as you play with it, the eyes are going to be in the middle. They're going to pop out the sides. They're not always going to stay on the outside as you play with it, but you can add as many or as few beads and eyes as you want. I love the consistency of this. It's so fun. I'm going to sprinkle some on this side, roll it around a little more. And then I'm going to store a portion of it Oh, it's getting a little sticky. Let's add a little more. Keep your saline solution handy. Well, my eyes aren't showing too much in the jar, but sprinkle some e-beads around the outside. And let's put some in here. Oops, it really isn't that. gets a little stickier as you play with it. So like I said, keep your saline solution handy. The first batch I made, it really kept well. It stored well. So the trick is to keep adding saline or contact lens solution until you work all the stickiness out of it. Working its way down into my jar, making all kinds of eerie noises. Kind of like flarp. Okay. Come on. Doesn't want to go all the way in. Let's try this. Oh yeah. That works. Okay. Look at all that's left. Again, you can decorate more mason jars. You can store it in Ziplocs. You can roll it in more beads, more eyes. Possibilities are endless. Last but not least, I'll take a little bit of that out. To keep it nice and fresh, this is one way to store it. My monster jar. If you make your own fluffy monster slime, we'd love to see it. You can share it with us on Instagram at #CreateWithCousin. Thanks for joining us today. See you next time. Bye.